Pokemon card prices are in an absolute free fall, and that presents some really interesting and unique opportunities to purchase modern day Pokemon card products at some pretty good discounts. But there are other things you should be considering as you go about picking this stuff up. So, in today's video, we'll talk about those various ramifications to price drops that you should be taking into account as you go about shopping. But first, as we always do, let's roll that intro. Hey Gengar Gang, what is going on? My name is Ryan, this is the Analytic Gengar, and welcome to another video. In today's video, friends, we talk about some of the insane deals that Pokemon card products are having right now across a variety of stores. And more importantly, we talk about why that is and some of the things you should be considering on the back end as you plan on making any purchases. But before we get started, as always, if you like today's video or you learn anything new, definitely feel free to leave a like down below on the video and subscribe if you're not already to join the Gengar Gang and help our happy little community continue to grow. As always, some part of this video may be an opinion. I will try to say that as clearly as possible, and some part of this video may be a statement of fact. Again, bear in mind the two, be nice down below in the comments and let me know your thoughts. But as we go ahead and get started, so the first website that I'm showing right now, and bear in mind I won't be necessarily calling out the website. If you know what it is, you know what it is, but this is not meant to jab at any particular store. I'm speaking more in general, like some people or some number of stores have done certain things, so bear that in mind as we go through today's video. Now, as you can see on screen, these guys are actually selling Battle Styles, Fusion Strike, and Chilling Reign at really low prices, below distributor pricing, actually $82.99 and $83.99. So those are some really sick deals on booster boxes. And then obviously they do have like MSRP Vivid Voltage packs. They do have slightly below MSRP Evolving Skies booster boxes, etc., etc. You're looking at 25% off your Fusion Strike ETBs. So honestly, there's some really good deals here. Another deal that I wanted to show you guys is over here, and this is I think it's okay to shout this one out. This is Best Buy. So for Best Buy, one of the things that I thought was interesting is that they're offering basically a buy two get one free deal. So basically you buy this partner pack, you buy this partner pack, you get this one free. And obviously they're kind of letting this permutate the way it will. They're only offering this on the first 4 items. So interestingly enough, you're not able to get this for like the Kalos ones or anything like that, but the most recent 4, so Sinnoh, Hoenn, Kanto, and Johto, are the 4 packs that you can combine in any which way you will and buy 2 get 1 free. Now, I have been told that if you order these shipped to home, they ship in a bubble mailer, so do bear that in mind because they could potentially get damaged. But if you want, at least for my particular Best Buy, there was an option to pick them up in store as well, and I think that might just genuinely be easier than anything else. So those are some really good deals that I have seen. If you guys want to know the website for this particular set of deals, definitely feel free to reach out to me and I will get back to you as soon as possible with the link. I just don't want to mix up their name with comments that I'll share a little bit later in this video, or B, provide free advertising that I didn't intend to, or something of the sort. But yeah, this is a store that I actually shop at very frequently, and as you can see, the prices are pretty decent, and shockingly enough, it's pretty consistent across the market. So the real question now becomes, what does that mean? Well, first things first, I will say this. Lower prices on modern products provide an opportunity for you to buy modern products at very cheap prices. That can be done for 2 reasons. Obviously, one is to open said products, collect the trading cards, the thing that everyone kind of does. Alternatively, if you were looking for an opportunity to purchase some stuff, maybe to hold on to, maybe for collecting goals in the future, or for, dare I say the word, investing purposes, well, theoretically, now's about as good a time as any to pick some of this stuff up. Why is that? Well, same concept holds true. Buy as low as you possibly can so you can maximize your profit later on down the road. So, interestingly enough, this presents a pretty unique opportunity. If you were into the mindset of, ooh, let me buy some modern products to invest in, I think now is also an excellent time to do so because, again, most of the stuff is at least 25% off, if not more. So, that 25% discount means theoretically, every 4 you buy, you're going to be able to afford another one that you would not have been able to previously. So that's pretty neat. The other thing is that I'd want to encourage you to take a real good look at the diversity of the items that are currently in stock here. And again, this store is just a good example, but there are tons of other stores out there, which again is part of the reason why I won't actively go ahead and say this is the site to go to. There are tons of stores out there. And what I have noticed is there's tons of product out there. So I even see Vivid Voltage booster boxes from way back when, and the price is a little icky. I will admit that much. In November and December, I saw this price dip down to about $110, $105 if you were lucky. So that was basically near pre-pandemic pricing. And then even then, they do have random loose booster packs for $3.99, which I guess if you trust this store is the equivalent of a sleeved blister. And then same concept here with Darkness Ablaze. So you have stuff very, very firmly from the 2020 year, and then you have basically everything from 2021, which means you have a pretty solid product offering here. And of course, they also have first partner packs, etc., etc. So that's another thing to point out and take note of as we're watching these prices, begin to return to normal, is that Pokemon card production has increased drastically, and that is a huge benefit to the community at large, because again, we want this to happen, right? This was going to happen. Anybody who lied to you and told you that you should be paying $200 for a booster box of Vivid Voltage was a flat out liar and flat out wrong on top of everything else. And the reason that was because we knew that pandemic era sets were going to be impacted in terms of their initial print run, but now they are maliciously printing this stuff into the ground, and as a result, many stores are being forced to lower prices in order to just motivate people to buy product the way they used to. Now, interestingly enough, I think there is a social aspect to all of this. Many of us are very confused and dazed when we see stuff on store shelves nowadays, and some of us may even be used to not getting product at all anymore because of how unavailable it has been. But again, Pokemon is now printing all of these products, and so they are widely available at the distributor level, which means there is going to be an increased amount of availability online, and although we may not be seeing it immediately, it's likely to also find its way onto store shelves. One of the quickest and easiest things that I can think of is seeing random videos and random Facebook posts about, oh, look what Publix has, or oh, look at Walgreens, or oh, look at this Target. And for the most part, many of these stores are now having a residual amount of packs. And mind you, it's not the coolest stuff. I've seen a lot of Darkness Ablaze. I've seen Vivid Voltage out there, believe it or not, guys. So, and these are firsthand me seeing the stuff in GameStops that I've stopped into, or even at Target or Walmart. So it's safe to say there is tons of cards out there. And that means that you'll have the ability to go out there and purchase whatever it is you want or whatever it is you missed, and get the chance to actually open these packs up, heavens forbid. Now, the one other thing that I wanted to share as a bit of an idea, and this is definitely the most highly opinionated part of this video, is that you want to be very cautious about who you buy from nowadays. And it's not because of fakes, it's not because of, ill reputation, because those things are things you should be looking out for too. But realistically, the one thing that I am really irritated about is how quickly people tend to forget what some of these stores were saying. Now, I have been one of the biggest advocates of this, or perhaps one of the biggest complainers of this. But when people during the pandemic started raising prices on certain sets and saying that gone are the days of distributor error pricing, I took a large amount of offense to that. And the reason I did is because, one, you don't get to set the price, supply and demand do, and two, Of course you would say that. It literally helps you put more money in your pocket. And again, I'm not saying this website and the store owner of this website said that. I'm saying this is some people out there who own stores saying this in an attempt to justify increasing prices on certain products. And we are still seeing a residual amount of that happening. Things like ultra premium collections and the EV boxes are items that aren't yet as heavily printed, and I have a feeling there will be more print runs on that stuff, by the way. But I have a feeling that as soon as they do, the prices will drop, because right now, those are some of the only Pokemon items that exist out there in the world that are still sitting above MSRP for an eBay Buy It Now price. But if you go online and you look up anything you see on screen right now, except the Celebrations ETB perhaps, what you'll find, by and large, is that everything else is below MSRP or sits right at MSRP. And again, part of this is driven by greed. I said the same thing back then, I will say it again right now. A lot of this is driven by greed. People saw an opportunity to put extra money in their pocket, and so many of these stores decided to increase their prices, not because it was, simply okay to do so, but rather because they were taking advantage of a situation where they were some of the only folks who had Pokemon cards in stock. And unfortunately, many stores didn't actually take a stand and say, hey, no, this is the pricing, we're going to play within the pricing. Unfortunately, many people not only increased prices on some of their products, but also took it as far as to justify doing so by saying that it's the pandemic, this is a world-changing event, and gone are the days of distributor pricing. So now, I encourage anybody who's going out there to do a little bit of research into the stores that you're patronizing. Again, stores like Best Buy, Target, Walmart, they only sell at MSRP except for when they do sales. So the good news is that they never go above MSRP. Some of these local game stores, however, do a great job of changing their tone based on the day. When they have pallets of Fusion Strike and Chilling Reign, they end up doing this thing where they start putting liquidator prices. But they were singing a completely different song not that long ago because you had the privilege of buying Pokemon cards from them. And I do think that is something we should think about in this hobby, especially as things continue to return to normal and more Pokemon cards are going to be sitting on store shelves because it's not as popular and not as hectic as it was back in 2020. But with all that said, friends, thanks again for checking out another video. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, definitely feel free to leave a like, and hey, subscribe if you're not already. Definitely let me know your thoughts down below too, friends. A lot of interesting commentary I've seen around this particular topic, so I'm super interested to hear what you guys think as well. But with all that said, friends, thanks again for checking out another video. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and we will talk soon. Peace.